Today, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 big man builds that you should make for the new season on NBA 2K23. One is going to be a 7'3" popping center build that's going to be unstoppable in the rec center. And speaking of unstoppable, my second build is going to be unstoppable in the paint because it's going to be a pure inside dominant center. And then lastly, I'm going to be showing you guys a final build, which is a little bit different. It's a little bit more fun. It's a 6'11" point forward type of build. You'll see that later on at the end of the video. But now let's get started, man. Let's go. But before we get started, let me show you guys how to get some really great jerseys at a low price. You're going to want to go to pristinejerseys.com and they're going to have every single jersey you can imagine. Link is going to be in the description. All right, so now let's take a look at this first build. It's going to be a 7'3" popper that you can use in Rec and Pro-Am. It's going to get Hall of Fame rebound chaser, and it's going to get you every single board possible. So when it comes to the body settings, we're going to be going with the height of 7'3", weight 235 pounds with an 8'1" wingspan and a compact body shape. All right, so now let's take a look at this build. For the finishing, you're going to get an 85 close shot, which is going to get you masher on gold as well as fast twitch on gold. You're then also going to get a 79 driving dunk, which is going to get you silver limitless takeoff. Now listen, usually the good sweet spot is 80, but on a big man, you can go with 79 and still get some really good dunk animations that activate limitless takeoff, which include Giannis Antetokounmpo and Karl Anthony Towns. And then speaking of dunk, you also get an 80 standing dunk, which is going to get you silver rise up in the basic big man contact dunks. And that's pretty much it for finishing. You can see you get 16 finishing badges on this build, and it's a pretty balanced build overall in that aspect. So now when it comes to the shooting, you're going to get a 75 mid-range shot, which is going to get you access to gold mini magician once you hit that 73. You're also going to get an extra badge point by hitting that 75 attribute rate. Then you're going to get a 77 3-point shot, which is going to be knocked down on a big man like this. You're going to have silver catch and shoot, gold claymore, and you should be able to knock some threes down on the wide open catch and shoot and be able to shot create a little bit because you do get access to gold space creator, so you could definitely hit your step back middies as well as your step back threes and post hop shots. And now moving on to the playmaking, you're going to get a 76 pass accuracy, which is going to get you access to 2 things. One thing is going to be gold break starter, and secondly, you're going to get access to the LeBron James passing style, which is the best passing style in the game, right next to none. All right, and now let's take a look at the defense. You're going to get an 82 interior defense, which is going to get you silver post move lockdown as well as workhorse on Hall of Fame. A 63 perimeter defense is 60 steal, and then a big thing, you're going to get that 93 block, which is going to get you gold anchor, 76 offensive rebound, and then pair that with a 99 defensive rebound, which is going to get you Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And as you can see, this build is also going to get 27 defensive badges, which is going to be more than enough to get every single badge that you need. And then moving on to the physicals really quickly, I just want to highlight one thing. You're going to get a 76 strength, which is going to get you silver brick wall, which will help you against post scores that are backing you down in the post. And it's also going to help you set bigger and harder screens when you're operating in the pick and roll or setting off ball screens. So now let's take a look at the takeover options you get on this build. You get sharpshooting, rim protecting, and glass cleaning takeovers. From my personal experience, doubling out on box out wall is going to turn your build into an insane rebounder, but you could definitely use sharpshooting take as well. And again, from my personal experience, rim protecting takeovers aren't really that great this year, but I highly recommend you do some sort of combination between sharpshooting and glass cleaning takeovers or just doubling up on the same takeover. And as you can see, you can get the build name Glass Cleaning Finisher, which is kind of a catfish because this build can shoot and get sharpshooting takeover. But enough about all that shooting, man. Let's talk about this pure inside. And just like the last build, this is going to be at the center position, and the body settings are going to be pretty similar. Height is going to be 7'2" in this case, weight 231 pounds with an 8' wingspan and a defined or build body shape. Now before I start talking about this build, let me clarify something really quickly. If you want to get post control on this build, you absolutely can. You're just gonna have to lose something. Maybe you lower the pass accuracy a little bit, maybe you lower the block a little bit, but listen, if you want a build that is going to throw passes across the court and get you easy assists on the fast break, or is going to be dominant in a pick and roll situation, this build is perfect. Now I recommend this type of build if you have a point guard to play with. So if you have friends to play with, this is a great center build because you're going to be able to set them screens, you're going to be able to grab boards, and you're going to be able to throw the pass out to them on the break with that Hall of Fame break starter. But now let's take a look at this build really quickly. You're going to get an 85 close shot, which is going to get you masher and fast twitch on silver, as well as gold fearless finisher, which is very nice to have on those contested close shot, an 80 driving dunk, which is going to get you silver limitless takeoff, as well as all of the major dunk animations that you need. And then lastly, that 80 standing standing dunk, just like the last build, going to get you the basic big man contact dunks. And then when it comes to the shooting, oh wait, that's right, never mind. Moving on to the playmaking, you're going to get an 86 pass accuracy, which is going to get you Hall of Fame floor general and Hall of Fame break starter. Now these two badges are going to be absolutely insane for your team, because floor general and Hall of Fame is going to increase your teammates attributes by +4 in every single attribute category. And then not only that, but that Hall of Fame break starter is going to just allow you to launch the basketball across the court in fast break situations, which is going to get your team some of the easiest buckets you could ever get in this game. Now you're going to see why in a minute, why your ball handle and speed with ball are upgraded on this build, but I promise you it's for a very good reason, because it gets you access to a takeover that is insane in this game. But now moving on to the defense, you're going to get an 82 interior defense, which is going to get you post move lockdown on silver, as well as workhorse on Hall of Fame. Your perimeter and steal are going to be maxed out. A 99 block, which is going to get you Hall of Fame anchor, which is going to make you unstoppable when it comes to getting stops in the paint. I kind of worded that really bad, but I'm not going to redo it. So we're going to keep moving. Then when it comes to the offensive rebound, you're going to get a 99, which is going to get you Hall of Fame rebound chaser. It's always better to go with high O board on a pure inside, because you're going to be living in the paint. So might as well get good at getting rebounds down there. And then moving on to the defensive rebound, you're going to get an 89. I promise you, an 89 D board with Hoff rebound chaser is going to be more than enough to get you the rebounds on the defensive end. Moving on to the physicals really quickly. One thing I just want to highlight, 76 strength is going to get you silver brick wall. It's going to help you prevent post scorers from backing you down in the paint, and it's going to help you set better screens. That's it for this build. Now let's take a look at the takeovers. One special takeover you can get on this build are the playmaking takeovers, since we upgraded the ball handle and speed with ball. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you definitely want to use team takeover boost as your primary takeover. Anytime you assist somebody, anytime someone gets a bucket when you have this takeover, their takeover meters are going to go up at a massive rate, which is going to help your teammates get takeover and help you guys get team takeover as well at a higher rate. But now this build is complete, and you're going to get the player comparisons of Shaquille O'Neal, Rudy Gobert, and Jakob Poeltl, and you're going to get the build name Diming Finisher. Now let's move on to this final build, which is definitely one of my favorite builds. So now for this final build, you can either make this at the small forward or power forward position, but it's going to be basically a 6'11" point guard / point forward type of build, and I think you guys are going to really like it. All right, so when it comes to making this build, it's simple. Height 6'11", weight pretty much near the minimum, just enough to get that 85 defensive rebound, and a 7-foot wingspan. This is going to allow you to have the largest wingspan possible while still getting a 75 ball handle on a 6'11" build. All right, so now here's the build. I'm not going to really spend a whole lot of time explaining how this build works. It's kind of just there. You can take a look at it for yourself. It's basically an point forward build that's 6'11". You can dribble, you can shoot, you can play defense, you can finish well at the rim, and it's just overall a really well balanced build, even at the height of 6'11". And then when it comes to the takeovers on this build, you're going to get all the slashing, shot creating, sharp shooting, as well as rim protecting takeovers on this build. Easy blow bys is by far the best. Slashing takeovers, so that's always my primary, and I usually like to go with limitless range as my secondary, because you can just shoot from super far with that activated. But now this build is complete, you're going to get the player comparisons of Xavier McDaniel, Jason Tatum, and Scotty Barnes. And you're going to get the build name 3 level score. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of 2K24. I just want to put it out. This is pretty much going to be like my final build video where I'm just showcasing a bunch of different builds. If you find a build that you want to make your last build for the season or for the year, I hope you found it here. And if you didn't find what you were looking for here, I have pretty much an entire catalog on my channel of all the builds that I've made throughout the entire year, and I promise you'll find something on there that you will love. And I'm out, man. Peace.